a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Justin Bieber. Justin Drew Bieber is a Canadian singer-songwriter. After talent manager Scooter Braun discovered him through his YouTube videos covering songs in 2008 and he signed to RBMG, Bieber released his debut EP, My World, in late 2009. It was certified platinum in the US. He became the first artist to have 7 songs from a debut record chart on the Billboard Hot 100. Bieber released his first full-length studio album, My World 2.0, in 2010. It debuted at or near #1 in several countries, was certified triple platinum in the US, and contained his single, Baby. Following his debut album and promotional tours, he released his 3D biopic concert film Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, and his second studio album, Under the Mistletoe, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. His third studio album, Believe, generated the single, Boyfriend, which reached #1 in Canada. His fourth studio album Purpose was released in 2015, spawning 3 #1 singles, What Do You Mean, Sorry, and Love Yourself. Afterwards, Bieber was featured on several successful collaborations, including Cold Water, Let Me Love You, Despacito, and I'm the One. His US album and singles sales total 44.7 million. He has sold an estimated 140 million records, making him one of the world's best-selling music artists, and became the second person to reach 100 million followers on Twitter in August 2017 after Katy Perry. Bieber has won numerous awards throughout his career, including the American Music Award for Artist of the Year in 2010 and 2012, a Grammy Award for Best Dance Recording for the song, Where Are You Now, and a Latin Grammy Award. He has been listed 3 times by Forbes magazine among the top 10 most powerful celebrities in the world, in 2011, 2012, and 2013. In 2016, Bieber became the first artist to surpass 10 billion total video views on Vivo. Early life. Bieber was born on March 1, 1994, in London, Ontario, at St. Joseph's Hospital, and was raised in Stratford, Ontario. He is the only child of Jeremy Jack Bieber and Patricia Patty Millett. Bieber's parents were never married. Patty, who was underage at the time of giving birth, raised her son with the help of her mother, Diane, and stepfather, Bruce. His mother is of French-Canadian descent. His paternal great-grandfather was of German ancestry, and his other roots are English, Scottish, and Irish. He has also claimed that he has some undetermined Aboriginal Canadian ancestry. Through Jeremy, Bieber has 3 younger half-siblings, Jasmine, Jackson, and Bay. Patty worked a series of low-paying office jobs, raising Bieber as a single mother in low-income housing. Bieber has maintained contact with his father. Bieber attended a French-language immersion elementary school in Stratford, the Jean Sauvé Catholic School. Growing up, he learned to play the piano, drums, guitar, and trumpet. He graduated from high school in Stratford, Ontario, the St. Michael Catholic Secondary School in 2012 with a 4.0 GPA. In early 2007, age 12, Bieber sang Ni Jos, So Sick, for a local singing competition in Stratford, and was placed second. Millett posted a video of the performance on YouTube for their family and friends to see. She continued to upload videos of Bieber singing covers of various R&B songs, and Bieber's popularity on the site grew. 2008-2010, Career Beginnings in My World. When searching for videos of a different singer, Scooter Braun, a former marketing executive of So Def Recordings, clicked on one of Bieber's 2007 videos by accident. Impressed, Braun tracked down the theater that Bieber was performing in, located Bieber's school, and finally contacted Millett, who was reluctant, because of Braun's Judaism. She remembered praying, God, I gave him to you. You could send me a Christian man, a Christian label. And, God, you don't want this Jewish kid to be Justin's man, do you? However, church elders convinced her to let Bieber go with Braun. At 13, Bieber went to Atlanta, Georgia, with Braun to record demo tapes. Bieber began singing for Usher 1 week later. Bieber was soon signed to Raymond Braun Media Group, a joint venture between Braun and Usher. Justin Timberlake was also reportedly in the running to sign Bieber, but lost the bidding war to Usher. Usher then sought assistance in finding a label home for the artist from then-manager Chris Hicks, who helped engineer an audition with his contact L.A. Reid of the Island Def Jam Music Group. Reid signed Bieber to Island Records in October 2008 and appointed Hicks as executive vice president of Def Jam, where he could manage Bieber's career at the label. Bieber then moved to Atlanta with his mother to pursue further work with Braun and Usher. Braun became Bieber's manager in 2008. Bieber's first single, One Time, was released to radio while Bieber was still recording his debut album. The song reached number 12 on the Canadian Hot 100 during its first week of release in July 2009, and later peaked at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. During fall 2009, it had success in international markets. The song was certified platinum in Canada and the US and gold in Australia and New Zealand. His first release, an extended play entitled My World, was released on November 17, 2009. The album's second single, One Less Lonely Girl, and two promo singles, Love Me and Favorite Girl, were released exclusively on the iTunes Store and charted within the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100. One Less Lonely Girl was later also released to radio and peaked within the top 20 in Canada and the US, and was certified gold in the latter. My World was eventually certified platinum in the US and double platinum in both Canada and the United Kingdom. To promote the album, Bieber performed on several live shows such as MTV's VMA09 Tour, European program The Dome, YTV's The Next Star, The Today Show, The Wendy Williams Show, Lopez Tonight, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, It's On with Alexa Chung, Good Morning America, Chelsea Lately, and BET's 106 and Park. Bieber also guest-starred in an episode of True Jackson, VP in late 2009. Bieber performed Ron Miller and Brian Wells' Someday at Christmas for U.S. President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama at the White House for Christmas in Washington, which aired on December 20, 2009, on U.S. television broadcaster TNT. Bieber was also one of the performers for Dick Clark's New Year's Rocking Eve with Ryan Seacrest. On December 31, 2009, Bieber was a presenter at the 52nd Annual Grammy Awards. On January 31, 2010, he was invited to be a vocalist for the remake of We Are the World for its 25th anniversary to benefit Haiti after the earthquake. Bieber sings the opening line, which was sung by Lionel Richie in the original version. On March 12, 2010, a version of Nan's Wavin' Flag, recorded by a collective of Canadian musicians known as Young Artists for Haiti, was released. Bieber is featured in the song, performing the closing lines. 2010, 2011, My World, 2.0 and Never Say Never. In January 2010, Baby was released from his debut album, My World, 2.0. The song featured Ludacris, and became an international hit. It charted at number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100, peaked at number 3 on the Canadian Hot 100 and reached the top 10 in several international markets. Two promo singles, Never Let You Go and You Smile, were top 30 hits on the US Hot 100, and top 20 hits in Canada. According to review aggregator Metacritic, the album has received generally favorable reviews. It debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, making Bieber the youngest solo male act to top the chart since Stevie Wonder in 1963. My World, 2.0 also debuted at number 1 on the Canadian Albums Chart, Irish Albums Chart, Australian Albums Chart, and the New Zealand Albums Chart, and reached the top 10 of 15 other countries. To promote the album, Bieber appeared on several live programs including The View, the 2010 Kids' Choice Awards, Nightline, Late Show with David Letterman, The Dome and 106 and Park. Sean Kingston appeared on the album's next single, Eenie Meenie. The song reached the top 10 in the United Kingdom and Australia, and the top 20 of most other markets. On April 10, 2010, Bieber was the musical guest on Saturday Night Live. On July 4, 2010, Bieber performed at the Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular in New York City. The following single from My World, 2.0, Somebody to Love, was released in April 2010, and a remix was released featuring Bieber's mentor Usher. On June 23, 2010, Bieber went on his first official headlining tour, the My World Tour, starting in Hartford, Connecticut, to promote My World and My World 2.0. In July 2010, it was reported that Bieber was the most searched for celebrity on the internet. That same month his music video for Baby surpassed Lady Gaga's Bad Romance to become the most viewed, and also the most disliked YouTube video ever. However, Taylor Swift's Blank Space surpassed its number of views in 2015. In September 2010, it was reported that Bieber accounted for 3% of all traffic on Twitter, according to an employee of the social networking site. In Bieber's second album, Because of Puberty, his voice was deeper than it was in his first album. In April 2010, the singer discussing his vocals remarked, "It cracks. Like every teenage boy, I'm dealing with it. And I have the best vocal coach in the world. Some of the notes I hit on Baby I can't hit anymore. We have to lower the key when I sing live." Bieber guest starred in the season premiere of the CBS crime drama CSI: Crime Scene Investigation, which aired on September 23, 2010. He played a troubled teen who is faced with a difficult decision regarding his only brother, who is also a serial bomber. Bieber was also in a subsequent episode which aired on February 17, 2011, in which his character is killed. Bieber performed a medley of You Smile, Baby, and Somebody to Love, and briefly played the drums at the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards on September 12, 2010. Bieber announced in October 2010 that he would be releasing an acoustic album, called My World's Acoustic. It was released on November 26, 2010 in the United States, and featured acoustic versions of songs from his previous albums, and accompanied the release of a new song titled Pray. In 2012, he was awarded the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. A 3D-part biopic-concert film starring Bieber entitled Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, was released on February 11, 2011. Directed by Step Up 3D director John Chu, it topped the box office with an estimated gross of $12.4 million on its opening day from 3,105 theaters. It grossed $30.3 million for the weekend and was narrowly beaten by the romantic comedy Just Go With It, which grossed $31 million. Never Say Never reportedly exceeded industry expectations, nearly matching the $31.1 million grossed by Miley Cyrus' 2008 3D concert film, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, Best of Both Worlds Concert, which holds the record for the top debut for a music documentary. Never Say Never grossed a total of $98,441,954 worldwide. The film is accompanied by his second remix album, Never Say Never: The Remixes, released February 14, 2011, and features remixes of songs from his debut album, with guest appearances from Miley Cyrus, Chris Brown, and Kanye West, among others. In June 2011, Bieber was ranked number 2 on the Forbes list of best paid celebrities under 30. He is the youngest star, and one of 7 musicians on the list, having raked in $53 million in a 12-month period. On November 1, 2011, Bieber released the Christmas-themed Under the Mistletoe, his second studio album. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 210,000 copies in its first week of release. 2011, 2015, Believe, Journals, and other appearances. In late 2011, Bieber began recording his third studio album, entitled Believe. The following week, Bieber appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres Show to announce that the first single would be called Boyfriend, and would be released on March 26, 2012. The song debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart, selling a total of 521,000 digital units, the second highest ever debut digital sales week. Bill Verder of Billboard noted that it failed to debut at number 1 because the digital download of the track was available only through iTunes Store, restricting the buying option for those that do not frequent the Apple retail store. Boyfriend became Bieber's first single ever to reach the top position on the Canadian Hot 100 by debuting at number 1 and staying on for 1 week. His third studio album, Believe, was released on June 19, 2012, by Island Records. The album marks a musical departure from the teen pop sound of his previous releases, and incorporates elements of dance pop and R&B genres. Intent on developing a more mature sound, Bieber collaborated with a wide range of urban producers for the release, as well as some longtime collaborators, including Dark Child, Hit Boy, Diplo, and Max Martin. Entertainment Weekly praised Bieber's musical shift, calling the album both a reinvention and a reintroduction. Rolling Stone noted the deeper voice and more intense beats found on the album, although it lampooned one of his euphemisms for newfound sexual maturity. Believe debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, becoming his fourth #1 album. The album sold 57,000 copies in its first week in Canada, debuting atop the Canadian Albums Chart. The Believe Tour, which further promoted the album, began in September 2012 in Glendale, Arizona. On December 14, 2012, Bieber appeared on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where he announced plans to release an acoustic album titled Believe Acoustic, which was released on January 29, 2013. Bieber returned to Saturday Night Live as the host and musical guest on the February 9, 2013 episode. His appearance was panned by critics and cast members, including Kate McKinnon, who stated that Bieber was not comfortable with his hosting duties, and Bill Hader, who stated that he did not enjoy the presence of Bieber or his entourage. Hader added that in his 8 years on the program, Bieber was the only host who lived up to his reputation. On March 7, 2013, Bieber fainted backstage at London's O2 Arena after complaining of breathing problems throughout his performance and was taken to the hospital. Bieber cancelled his second Lisbon, Portugal concert at the Pavilhão Atlântico, which was to be held on March 12, because of low ticket sales. The concert on March 11 went on. In mid-August 2013, a remixed duet version of Michael Jackson's previously unreleased song, Slave to the Rhythm, featuring Justin Bieber, leaked online. In response to criticism over this remix, the MJ estate had not authorized release of this recording, and has since made attempts to remove the song from as many sites and YouTube channels as possible. Later, a song titled Twerk by rapper Lil Twist, featuring Bieber as well as Miley Cyrus, also leaked. On October 3, 2013, Bieber announced that he would release a new song every Monday for 10 weeks as a lead-up to the film Justin Bieber's Believe, which entered production in May 2012 and was released on December 25, 2013. The film is a follow-up to Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, and John M. Chu returned to direct. The first song of Music Mondays, Heartbreaker, was released on October 7. The second song, All That Matters, was released on October 14, followed by Hold Tight on October 21, Recovery on October 28, Bad Day on November 4, and All Bad on November 11. The seventh song, PYD, featuring R. Kelly, was released on November 18. It was followed by Roller Coaster on November 25 and Change Me on December 2. The final song, Confident, featuring Chance the Rapper, was released on December 9, 2013. That same day, it was announced that all 10 tracks will be featured on an upcoming collection called Journals. It reportedly featured 5 additional unreleased songs, a music video for All That Matters, and a trailer for Believe. Journals was only available for purchase via iTunes for a limited time only, from December 23, 2013, to January 9, 2014. The titles of the 5 new additional songs are One Life, Backpack, featuring Lil Wayne, What's Happening, featuring Future, Swap It Out, and Memphis, featuring Big Sean and Diplo. Bieber released a song titled Home to Mama, featuring Australian singer Cody Simpson in November 2014. Because of the disbanding of Universal Music's division, the Island Def Jam Music Group, in April 2014, Bieber and a number of artists were subsequently transferred to a UMG-related division, Def Jam Recordings, causing Bieber and the other artists to no longer be signed to Island Records. In February 2015, Bieber released a song, Where Are You Now, with Jack U. In March 2015, Bieber made an appearance in the music video for Carly Rae Jepsen's single, I Really Like You. In March 2015, Bieber was the featured roastie in Comedy Central's annual Roast Special, Bieber filmed an episode for the Fox TV reality series Knock Knock Live, and aired before the show was cancelled after 2 episodes. 2015 present, Purpose, collaborations and upcoming 5th studio album. On August 28, 2015, Bieber released a new single titled, What Do You Mean?, as the lead single from his 4th studio album Purpose. The song is a blend of teen pop, electronic dance music and acoustic R&B, and became Bieber's first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. He became the youngest male artist to debut at the top of that chart, earning him a Guinness World Record. On October 23, 2015, Bieber released the album's 2nd single titled, Sorry, as an instant download, with the pre-order of the album on iTunes. The song debuted at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. After 8 non-consecutive weeks at #2, on the week charting January 23, 2016. Sorry climbed to the top spot of the chart and became Bieber's 2nd #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. The 3rd single from Purpose, Love Yourself, also peaked at #1 in the US, making Bieber the first male artist in almost a decade to have 3 #1s from an album since Justin Timberlake last did it with his album Future Sex/Love Sounds in 2006-2007. Company was announced as the 4th single on March 8, 2016. On February 12, 2016, Bieber's first 4 albums were released on vinyl for the first time. Purpose was released on November 13, 2015, and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, becoming Bieber's 6th album to debut at the top of that chart. It was the 4th best-selling album of 2015 with worldwide sales of 3.1 million copies. As of June 2016, it had sold 4.5 million copies globally. On November 11, 2015, Bieber announced he will embark on the Purpose Tour. The tour started in Seattle, Washington on March 9, 2016. On July 24, 2017, Bieber cancelled the remaining dates of his Purpose Tour, due to unforeseen circumstances. On July 22, 2016, Bieber released a new single with Major Lazer and Mo titled, Cold Water. It debuted at #2, on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Bieber's 3rd #2 debut on the chart, passing Mariah Carey's record to become the artist with the most #2 debuts. He also leads with the most top 2 debuts at 5. In August 2016, French DJ Snake and Bieber released their collaborative song, Let Me Love You. He appears in the documentary Bodyguards, Secret Lives from the Watchtower. On April 16, 2017, Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee released a remix for their song, Despacito, featuring Justin Bieber. The song was Justin's first release in 2017 and the first in which he sings in Spanish. The remix boosted the original song to the Hot 100's top 10, being the first mostly Spanish-language top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 since Macarena in 1996. The remix is the most viewed song of all time on the crowdsourced media knowledge-based Genius, with 21.2 million views. He, along with Quavo, Chance the Rapper, and Lil Wayne provided vocals on DJ Khaled's single, I'm the One, released on April 28, 2017. The song reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. 1 week later, Despacito topped the charts in the US, making the single the first mostly Spanish-language Hot 100 #1 in more than 20 years, becoming his 5th #1 single, and it made Bieber the first artist ever to notch new #1s in back-to-back weeks. On June 9, 2017, French DJ David Guetta's single, To You, in which Bieber was featured, was released. The music video to You is Victoria's Secret models lip-syncing to the song. On August 17, 2017, Bieber released the single, Friends, with American record producer and songwriter Blood Pop. Songwriters Julia Michaels and Justin Tranter reunited with Bieber to construct the song, just as they helped create his single, Sorry, in 2015 on his studio album Purpose. Bieber did not attend the 2018 Grammy Awards show to perform the nominated song, Despacito, claiming that he would not make any award show appearances until his next album was finished. In July 2018, Bieber reunited with DJ Khaled in No Brainer, co-featuring Chance the Rapper and Quavo. He also featured in the accompanying music video. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?